We got this.
Okay. Hi, this is Emily.
Hey, this is Kimberly.
And welcome to Always a Girl's Night.
I forgot the welcome and then I was like, always.
Always a Girl's Night.
You have to practice that part. Welcome to
Always a Girl's Night. Hi, this is Emily.
Hey, this is Kimberly.
And welcome to Always a Girl's Night. Oh, that's so good. Yeah! Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
fuck.
Well, welcome. I don't really know how to start.
So obviously this is our first podcast. The whole point of what we're aiming for is just the fact that people are going to be able to relate to possibly our stories.
We have a lot of stories.
Yeah, a lot. Also, it's just fun in the fact that, you know, like, we're always together just talking about everything and anything for countless hours.
We call it Girls' Night.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's kind of like the same thing, but people are going to be able to listen to it at the same time. You know?
Exactly. So, we wanted you to guys to take you guys along, simply to like laugh along with us, relate, and just have a good time. And yeah, just empowering other women, other people in general.
Yes, always a girl's night.
Also, another thing that we wanted to add was
the title.
Exactly. So the story behind our title is that just always in itself simply means that, like, we'll explain this how we met in another podcast, but the always stands for always
related to each other.
Exactly. Yeah. So always being blood. So we're always family. Even though
we're not the same blood.
Exactly.
Yes. So cute. We're so cute. Okay, so for today's episode, we're talking about clubbing experiences. And me and Kim, we have a lot of stories to tell.
We'll only say a couple simply because they're really, really funny.
And there's a lot of them. So we wouldn't be able to... Well, we used to club a lot.
Yeah.
We used to go every weekend. Literally every weekend. Literally. We would go Friday night and Saturday night. I remember.
Yeah. All the time.
That was crazy.
The amount of money, like, I think about it till this day, that we spent on Uber. And drinks in itself was not so bad. But just bad. Uber.
Remember we paid an Uber like $92 once?
Yeah.
Because it was like busy hours at night. Yeah.
And we even tried waiting them out. No. And it never got better. Like, as we waited, it got worse and worse. So we just said, you know what? Let's just pay the $92.
$92? That's crazy.
Insane. But also, another thing is because that night, this is what sucks because you don't even know ahead of time. It's just, you're going out in the spur of the moment. And then next thing you know, there's shutdowns on the highway at, like, what, midnight? I don't know at what time. But anyway, so by the time you get out of the club, half the highways are closed. So the Uber driver has to go
all the way around.
Exactly. So that's why our prices go high. But also, it doesn't help with the high demand.
Oh, no. Oh, my At 3 a.m., everyone just wants to leave the club. That's why we used to, like, leave early. Like, at least 30 minutes earlier because I don't know if you guys do that, but we used to do that.
Yeah.
It's a good trick.
But that night, we were having too much of a good time. And, like...
What night was that?
It was the night, we were just dancing, have a good time. But you remember when we got in, like, first? Like, the music was, like, a little iffy. It was, like, was good, but it was not amazing. And then right before we left, it was, like our jam. It was Latina dancing. It was like hip hop. It was a little bit of everything, and he was remixing it. And it was like we didn't understand why he couldn't have done that earlier. Yeah.
Okay, so basically, me and Kim, we used to go to the same club because to get in it was $5. Okay, Was that like, yeah.
Yeah,
it was $5. I won't name the club, but like, it's the...
like, I wouldn't go back, but I mean, it was best for the timing and price.
I learned now this is the sketchiest club in Montreal. Now, like, everyone's like, how did you go there? We used to have so much fun there. Anyways, the people there were kind of weird, I'll be honest. We just wanted to go there and dance because it was cheap and the music was good usually.
But it really didn't, like, when we were going, it really did not seem sketch at all. But like, from what I'm hearing, like, now, a lot of people are saying that it's really, really sketch. But it wasn't at all, like, and now I can see where they're coming from. But like, we kind of were just doing our own thing. And like, when people came by, we were like, we're lesbians. Ciao, bye.
All the time. I was willing to kiss her. Just not to have, like, to deal with freaking weird ass dudes.
Literally.
Talking about dudes, you want to tell the Uber story?
Yeah, point taken. So, well, okay, how do I start this?
Well, that was such a...
It was weird. It was, okay, so this guy, we had met him, like, in the club, and he was, like, pretty chill. Like, it was chill in the beginning. We were kind of just dancing, me and him. Emily had this like other guy that was, like, his friend.
What?
Yes, you remember that? And you were not down. The guy was, like, trying to dance, but he was not, like, he didn't have, like, the moves for it whatsoever. Oh, but you had the cute
guy. I ended up being with the, like, friend that's, like, a third wheel, and I was a third wheel now. So I was like, fuck.
It was really funny. The guy just, like, had no muscle in his body to like, move to the music. But his effort was all there. And that's, like, I give him, like, all the points for that. All of it.
I feel like when you give too much effort sometimes in clubs, it turns me off.
Yeah.
Like, don't try so hard.
Yeah, just be, like, natural. Just let it flow through you.
I know.
But anyway, so this guy, we were dancing and everything, and then we saw the time. And we were like... late. Yeah, it was late. It was like 2 something, and like normally we leave a bit before. We leave around like 2, but it was like 2:30 or something like that. So we started going outside. I told this guy, "Look, okay, we're leaving." I told him bye and everything. We're like, "Okay, bye."
They were exchanging numbers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We did. I don't remember that. Anyway, well, I don't have it anymore, so whoever this person is,
he's gone.
I don't know you. I don't even remember what he looks like.
I don't even know their names.
Me neither. I don't know. I don't know.
I have no
what
idea.
They look like. Like, no. I don't, like, I just remember you because, like, just the way he was dancing made me laugh because I kept looking over and I was like, oh my God. I was like, I don't know how she's doing it right now. But anywho, so we're going outside and we're sitting on a bench because, like, Emily was trying to call, like, the Uber and everything.
Yeah.
And then the guy starts, he's like, no need for an Uber. He's like, you come with me, and she gets home. Like, he's expecting me to leave her on the side of the street and come home with him.
Alone.
Exactly. Like, who does that? Like, girls out there, if you've ever done this to your best friend,
you're not a real one.
Exactly. Because you can't leave your girl out on the streets. You can't do that. You cannot.
Is so dangerous.
It is, especially nowadays. Like, us women need to be looking out for other women. I wouldn't say in danger, but I mean, we're most of the time in danger because of lunatics. Yeah. And there's a lot of lunatics out there.
This guy was willing to just, no, wait, he wanted you, no? Okay. I got so scared. He wanted you to go back with him, and he was going to call me an Uber to leave.
Oh, I don't remember that.
I remember that. So this dude was like, you're coming with me, and like, we're gonna have a fun night. And this bitch over there, she just takes an Uber home to wherever she wants to go. Yeah. I was so mad. I was so vexed.
So, well, I was, I'm not gonna lie, I was pretty drunk. So I was kind of just like, I don't know what he thinks I'm gonna do, but like, I'm definitely not going home with him. Like, I'm definitely not. So, I don't know where in his right mind he was thinking I was going home with him.
That's one thing I love about you. Like, even if you're drunk, you're still there. Like,
of course. Like,
you still take good decisions.
Aw,
you know?
Thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate that. But, like, I mean, like, still, like, it's like, even for yourself, it's like, I'd be fucking scared if somebody left me in those streets.
Oh
like, what the hell? I'd be terrified, especially the stories we encountered.
Oh,
I'd be so scared. But, like, anyway, so, like, our Uber finally arrives, and, like, we're getting in, and remind you, the guy is still there. So, we're opening the door, like, Emily's already in the car, and I'm trying to open my door, and he's not letting me open my door.
Oh, my God, I remember.
Yeah, he was, like, so closing it, and then after, I was like, okay, well, I need to go, and he's like, no, like, the offer still stands, like, I'll pay for this Uber, and then you come with me, and I was like, look, I need to go home. And then after he's like, no, you come home with me. And I was like, no. I said no. And then I took his arm from the door, opened it, got in, and that was that. But my goodness, some people do not take no for an answer. Like, they think you can convince somebody, but when it's no, it's no.
Boys learn that no means no. Fuck.
Exactly.
Jesus. Oh, well. That was a really funny story, though.
Yeah. Well, it's funny, but, like, it was kind of, like, annoying in the sense.
It was an annoying story. Because it was just,
like, he didn't understand, like, the fact that, like, we just didn't want to go home. Like, I didn't want to go home with him. And, like
he's a total stranger.
Exactly. And it's, like, it's sketch. It's, like, okay, I don't know if other women do it, and I'm not judging just whatsoever. Be careful. Exactly. Be careful, because you never know. He might seem, like okay at the club.
He could be a serial killer, yo.
Exactly. Like, you don't know who knows what people do behind closed doors, especially now, ever since COVID. Who knows what people do with all this time on their hands? They got too much time on their hands. Speaking about too much time, this is something we might have needed in the sense, because we had no warning in this next story coming up.
Oh my God,
no warning.
That is that is like the scariest thing I've ever seen.
It was so scary in the sense that you literally froze.
Oh my God,
froze. I had to grab her. Anyways,
okay,
let's get into it, because you guys are probably dying to hear.
I'm like, okay, every clubbing story for me, I like remember bits and pieces, mostly because, well, I was tipsy as drunk. I love to drink in the
you were drunk.
Oh yeah, I would go all in.
We used to get pictures, like more than one
each. Each.
No, we used to get them. We used to share
those
them.
Blue ones.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, true.
But we used to share them, but we got multiple, so it was like we pretty much had like 2 pictures each.
They were like $6 each.
No, they were like 12.
12?
They were like 12. They were not expensive, but the pictures were huge, and they sauced it with a lot of
I can't believe
alcohol.
We spent that much money on alcohol.
No, we didn't spend a lot.
What do you mean?
Like,
4 pictures for $12 a night, and we would go twice in the weekend?
Well, not twice. We used to do more like one. Okay. But sometimes we've done twice. We've done twice. But, like, it helps to pre-drink, so...
Oh, definitely.
For all those ladies that do that,
no.
We feel
no. That's your birthday story.
No, that's not my birthday.
Oh, yeah. I pre-drink there. That was the...
Oh, yeah.
That's for later.
My God. Yeah. We're that one, you guys are going to really like that one. There's a lot of stuff that happens in that story.
Ooh, okay, so I call it the glasses story.
Yeah.
I don't know how it starts, to be honest. All I remember is the lady.
I remember the whole thing. So so this is the time where we were waiting on the demands for an Uber to get, well, not the demands cheaper. To get smaller, but yeah, for the prices to get a little cheaper.
Yeah.
But
the club had closed, right?
Well, they were closing, so you couldn't go back in. So we left because we needed air.
Yeah, so we were staying outside.
Yeah, we were just chilling outside. It was a little bit chilly, not like crazy cold, but it was a little cold.
Oh, and mind you, me and Kim, we would go to the club, only us two.
Yeah.
It was never with like boys that would be there to check on us or other girls. It was only us two, which thinking about it now is so stupid. Like, it's so dangerous. We were alone.
Yeah. Honestly, I don't know how we did that, simply because like, I would not do one of those things today. Like, I'd be too scared knowing, like, everything that happens. Yeah. But, I mean, we did it simply because, like, we just went in the spur of the moment. Like, we were kind of just, like...
At that time,
like, sometimes she would just call me and she was like, are you down to go clubbing? And, like, we would get ready in an hour and I'd meet her at her house and we were gone. But, like, it was insane. Like, we literally always were just, like... going there without, it was not even planned. That's the worst part. We never planned them. Like, it was not like a thing like, okay, next Sunday, oh my god.
Whoa, never on a
Saturday.
Sunday.
Yeah, never on a Sunday. Next Saturday, let's go. No. It was like the day of.
Yeah. It was like a 9, hey, it's opening in an hour, you want to go?
Literally. But yeah, so like it starts off, we're outside just chilling, and then next thing you know, like this group of guys, but like all of them like seemed like they just turned 18, like, well, like us, but I mean,
we were 18 at the time.
Yeah, we were 18, but they just like seemed so like out of it. They were not our style at all, not our type. So they were trying to talk to us, and we were kind of like,
we were in a corner. We were against the wall, and they like came in a bunch, and they started talking to us, but they cornered us.
So sketch.
But
oh my god, okay, but we were in an open grounds, by the way. It was like in a public place. It was not like exclusive. It was really like in a public place.
But thinking about it, we were only 2 girls. They were like 4. They were 4, and they just came. They were tall as shit, I remember, because I was scared. And, like,
they were just talking about random stuff.
This guy starts talking to me, and you know when you're trying to, like, be nice, but you don't give a shit? That was me. That was probably you, too. I was like, yeah,
I kind of kept telling him, I was like, okay, well, like, I was like, look, like, we're trying to leave and everything like that. And anyways... It goes from 0 to 100
real quick.
Literally a minute. When I say a minute. So next thing you know, as they're trying to talk to us, like they were talking to us maybe for like 5 minutes because we were kind of not giving them the time of day.
Yeah.
And then next thing you know, this woman walks by us.
She's like
she was a homeless woman, and she had explained that. She said, look, I'm homeless.
She was telling us her story.
Yeah. And then she's like, look, listen to my story. I would really appreciate it. I'm homeless, this and that. And me and Emily, we were listening to her. You know, we were curious as to what she had to say.
Yeah.
And then one of the guys, like, turned away, and he was trying to talk to us, but we were listening to the woman's story.
Yeah.
And then
he straight up turned his back on the lady that was talking.
In front of her. Right in front of her. And then next thing you know, and this is where shit happens real quick, she literally goes up to him, takes his glasses off, and breaks them. Literally in half. Breaks them in half.
Everyone, just no shame.
Yeah.
It was just straightforward. She grabbed the glasses.
The way she grabbed it was so fast. It literally, like, you didn't even see her hand go to grab them.
It was speedy.
It was so speedy. It was like, boom, boom, crack. Done.
That was
like, it was
so crazy.
Gone. And then it was so funny because
everyone,
like, that was your cue to leave, because they started running, and then Emily was just standing there, and she was like, she looked like she looked like a deer in headlights. She was just standing there, so shocked. I grabbed her, and I'm like, Emily, let's go. And then she was just like, whoa. And I was like, oh my god, Kate, we have to go. But it was just hilarious. It's just how she just stood there.
The poor guy. Like, I understand he kind of, like, disrespected this poor lady, but Jesus Christ.
Like, no, but he really disrespected her.
Yeah, but, like...
She was talking, and he turned around right as, like, while she was talking. Right when she said, like, oh, like, can you just, like, listen? Well, she didn't say, can you listen to my story? But she's, like...
She was just...
full on explaining it. And then he like, just turned around and said no.
I felt so bad. He just... he was just standing there. He was like, what the fuck?
Yeah. I remember he said that. Yeah, he said that. But, oh my god. But it was like, I think that will never leave him. Like I just...
That never leave us.
No. So, like, I imagine that for him, like, it's a story that he'll tell, like, always. Kids. Like, especially us, too. Like, but it was just, like... It was just crazy. Like, the women had none of it.
I'm telling you, people you can encounter with like clubbing,
especially late at night. My gosh,
that was so crazy. Like I was scared. I was so scared. I was
but you were so funny. You literally just stood there, and I was like, okay, let's go. Like as soon as like they started running, I was like, dip. And then she
pulls me. She's like, Emily, just do something.
I was like, what are you doing? And then I like pulled her. Oh my god, I was just shocked how she could just stand there. I was like, this is the chance where you leave, where you go. But she low-key saved us though. If it wasn't for her, they would have still been there.
Everything happens for a reason.
Can you please leave us alone?
Yeah. But she was like
but that was really rough though. Like like the universe like really got to them.
Angel, but like
ish. But maybe you know what? Like I really believe in the universe and everything like that. And
everything
I'm sure
happens
he really had some bad karma.
Yeah,
and that
just hit him
real bad.
Well, they looked like dickheads too. So,
they were annoying. Like again, for any male individuals out there listening to this. When a woman says no, it's no. Literally no. Or when she does not look interested. Yeah, or that too. When she doesn't look interested or comfortable, that's your cue. Yeah. You leave.
Like, if you keep talking to the girl and she's just like, yeah, that means she doesn't want to talk to you. Yeah, that's exactly it. She's just trying to be polite, but, like, at this point, we shouldn't even be polite.
Yeah.
Like, we
have to stand our ground more.
I know. We should.
Okay, so let's get into the next story. The next story.
The last story. We kept this one for the end.
Yeah. It's one of the best stories. Like, there's so many things going on.
Till this day, I keep learning new facts about that night. Yeah. That I never knew. Like, I'm
the only one that remembers the entire night.
And it was
my birthday. I should have been gone, but I had to be stable for everyone else.
Okay, wait. I have to explain the beginning because that's shit happened.
The rest of it,
I don't know what happened. So basically, it was her 18th birthday? 19th birthday. Yeah. So it was like
we really went all out simply because like it's 19 is your last teen year. Yeah. It's your last teens, and then once you get to your 20s, it's the 20 exactly pretty much.
So basically did you rent it or it was my
aunt's Airbnb. Yeah.
Okay, so we were at this Airbnb like ish downtown.
What was downtown? It was literally like 5 minutes from the club.
From the clubs. Yeah. Okay. She had like a nice little basement and stuff, and me and Kim were getting ready. We had
what do we have?
We had alcohol, obviously, already.
But what do we have? We
had so much, but the boys, they brought more. That's the problem. So
I know for sure they brought Bacardi. I still have the bottle because oh my, everyone
you still have it?
Yeah, it's on my shelf.
It's right there.
I keep it because every time I look at it, I just laugh because the next morning, because it wasn't my bottle, it was my cousin's bottle. So when I asked him, I was like, "Can I take this?" He's like, "Yeah." He's like, "I am never looking that ever again." And then his friend was Gonzo, and she was already done. Wait. So.
I think you had friends that were supposed to come, but they couldn't.
That's the thing. I was supposed to have a lot of people coming, but that night there was a lot of closings in like the highways and stuff like that.
Yeah, so no one could
make it. Yeah. Okay. So because like they weren't down to pay like a lot of money for the Uber.
But anyways, I was there, and then she invited her cousin, which was my stepbrother. Yeah. And he brought 2 of his guy friends. Yeah. Right? Okay.
We lost one of them. Okay. Full on lost him. No joke.
So we wanted to pre-drink because like alcohol where we were gonna go that night, that wasn't the cheap club that we used to go. It was a fancy one where it was a very popular one.
Yeah, and it was also like expensive. Like it was pretty expensive just for one drink. Like it's not normal.
So we had the greatest idea to play a drinking game before going to the club.
By the way, I didn't play this game, so this is why I was okay near the end of the night.
Exactly. So we start playing. I start playing the game with the boys, and then I'm already like kind of full on tipsy when we're walking.
Oh yeah, you were. When we got in the taxi, you were like, Kim, I'm already tipsy.
And mind you, for the end of the story, I did not have a coat on.
Oh, yeah.
I did not have a coat.
Okay, so let's explain that part. So I brought my jacket because I was wearing a dress and heels. So I brought my jacket because I was like, I am not down to be cold. So I brought it. I didn't mind paying for coat check.
Yeah.
And Emily was like, I am not going to bring mine because it's going to be a small taxi ride. Yeah. And I don't want to pay for coat check. But remind you, it was my birthday. I really didn't care to pay for coat check. So then she was like, no. Because honestly, I've had too many experiences where like at night, like when you're trying to find a taxi, like you're cold, you can't find any. So that's why I was like, I am definitely bringing my jacket.
Anyway, so we get there and we wait in line. And one of the guys, he just, I don't know why, okay? He crossed the street to go to the freaking store in front.
Well, because he didn't have a jacket. He didn't want to pay for coat check. So, and he was freezing. By the way, my birthday's in November. Okay, so it's pretty cold in November. It's not like freezing, but the night that we went out was pretty cold. Really cold. Yeah.
So he just left and... Well, actually, I don't understand. We were so close to the door.
Yeah, we were literally... Okay, so we were really next... Why did I say really? Literally next to the bouncer. And... Because I made a guest list. Okay. Yeah, I made a guest list. And so he was like, oh, for some reason it's not showing up. Yeah, because it didn't show up on the page. So he was like, maybe it's just like it didn't like load properly. So anyways, I told him like who I made it with, like the promoter. And so they went to go get the promoter and he was like, yeah, like I remember. So then 2 seconds later, but remind you, 2 seconds before that, the friend left. So we didn't know where he was and he didn't have a phone on him. That's another thing. He left his phone at the Airbnb. Oh. He left the phone at the Airbnb.
See, I didn't know.
Yeah, because it was apparently it was at like 2%, something like that. So it was like about to die. So he asked me, he's like, do you mind if I just charge it here? And I was like, no problem. But I guess he didn't bring it. So then next thing you know, like the bouncer lets us in. We're looking around, but we can't find him. So we just go in. We're like, okay, we forgot that he left his phone at home. Like, who leaves their phone at home, by the way? Who does nowadays? Anyways.
He never came back.
Yeah.
That's it.
But wait, no. It's just funny because I have to continue this. Okay. Because I was with Bran and it was too funny. Anyway, so we get in and then afterwards, like, my cousin was getting random, like, phone calls and stuff. Random phone calls. He was getting Instagram DMs from random people. And he was like, who are these people? What? Hilarious. He's like, I don't understand. Remind you, we're already a bit tipsy. Like, we're feeling the alcohol. So he didn't understand. And, like, at this point, when we got into the club, there was full of people. So
it was so full.
It was so packed. Like, I honestly regretted wanting to do my coat check thing because just, like, it was just a full-on packed space with no lineup, just a packed little space full of people just like bumping. I felt like I was in a concert. Like I really felt like I was in a concert and we had to like move up slowly to get to the counter. But honestly, I feel bad for those people that have to like get the coats and everything. That's so much commotion at once and everybody's so aggressive because they're like, just take my coat, you know? And it's like, calm down. Anyways, so then afterwards, near like the end of the night, my cousin realized that all these DMs and all these random calls were from the guy. So the friend that we lost, yeah, he was apparently outside,
had no phone,
asking for random, like for people if they could use, like he can use their Instagram or. Oh my goodness.
He left.
Poor guy. Full on lost him.
He didn't have his Metro card. He didn't have
nothing. I don't even know how he got home.
And that's actually, well, I don't know. This guy,
But that was not our fault.
Oh no.
Because like he was not even our, like honestly, like if that was one of my friends, oh my god, I would I would have gone out and I would have looked for them. Yeah. But we didn't know that was not my friend. So that was my cousin's job, just to say.
he didn't do anything.
Not a good friend at that case.
So after we go in, we set ourselves near the bar because honestly the dance floor was completely packed. It was crazy. Like that night, I don't know what's happening, but there was a
lot of people that night. It was crazy.
And then the thing that fucked us up is that like the friend that came in the club, he decided that he was gonna buy a full-on bottle of vodka.
No, he bought Bacardi.
Oh yeah, that was the bottle.
Yeah, exactly.
He bought Bacardi for the four of us.
Yeah,
but like
he's like, "Oh, happy birthday! Like I'm gonna get it for you." So, cause like originally we were not gonna buy a bottle because we just wanted to like pre-drink and then get like a drink or two. You know, like clubbing nowadays is really expensive. You know, so anyways,
that bottle was huge.
Oh,
I don't know how much he paid for that.
I don't know either.
But like, I blacked out after that. I think I had multiple glasses, and then
also they put what's the thing called that goes on top?
The little thing to
yeah, what's it called?
I don't know.
Well, because they put like a little piece. We're having a little brain fart right now. We can't remember the name.
It's that metal thing that they just pour, right?
Yeah, exactly. But they put one of those, so
it was so
we weren't really drinking from cups. We were kind of just like
from the bottle.
Exactly. Yeah. But my cousin was drinking it like water. Like he was just every 2 seconds. And then he was passing it along to everybody. So everybody was kind of just drinking it like it was water. But mostly my cousin.
At some point, I didn't even like feel that it was alcohol. That's why I was so gone.
Oh, yeah. Also, I don't know how she doesn't remember this. But when we got the bottle, because we had somebody, obviously one of the bartenders, they come, like they dance and they bring the lights to bring the bottle. And me and her were dancing with her. Like, we were hyping her up because she was the only one. She didn't have her whole, like, crew that came in. So, like, we were hyping her up.
The waitress thing?
Yeah, exactly.
I don't remember that.
So, we were dancing with her, and she even gave us one of the sticks. And, like, we were full on, like, we were
the fire sticks?
Not the fire.
The
it was just
little
like a
sprinkle?
Blue, no, it was like a blue, they just had, like, a blue light.
I don't remember that.
It was like a little blue light bar.
Oh, yeah. I don't remember that.
But we were full on dancing with her, and like she was having a good time. Like, but like that's the thing. Like, clubs are fun because women empower other women. When you go to the bathroom, everybody's like,
"Girl, so good.
I love your outfit. Wow, who did your makeup?"
And you're like, "Oh, thank you."
Yeah, I love going to the girls' bathroom.
It's so fun.
Like, we may not have like one of those guys that hands you like the paper towel and everything like that.
What?
But yeah, you know, like most guys' bathroom, they have like that guy that hands you a paper towel, gives you gum.
Really?
Yeah, guys have it different, but also guys tip those people, and they tip them like crazy. So obviously that's why like they have those people doing that, because like guys will spend their money a little crazily when they're drunk, but girls. Ain't nobody tipping them. Nobody's tipping them. They're gonna be like, I have to tip you so you can give me a paper towel? No, thank you.
No way.
No. Anyways, so that's why I prefer girls' bathrooms, because we do all our hyping. We should start tipping each other. Like, Jesus. Honestly, I love the girl community. Well, there's
community.
Yeah, like we're so empowering.
Yeah, I know.
And like we all have the same understanding of our struggles. No, not everyone. But
some girls are so toxic.
Yeah. But
that's for another episode.
The important part is that we constantly empower other women and we don't bring anybody down.
Yeah.
Let's get back to topic now. Oh my God. So you're going to notice that we kind of get off topic sometimes. That's why we kind of talk for hours.
Yeah. It never stops. It just never stops.
Never.
And we're like, what were we talking about?
In stories.
Yeah. So I have no memories of dancing with that girl.
No.
Apparently I was hyping her up. I was dancing with her. I have no idea. I don't know. I don't remember at all. I don't remember. Really I'll let you know what I remember, and then from there you can like pick the pieces. Oh wait, after that? Honestly, like the clubbing part, I don't remember.
Really?
I don't think there's anything else.
Well, the only thing, like we were dancing a lot. Like we were having such a good time. Like I was having so much fun. The only like. What killed me is, like, we were having such a good time. We were dancing. We were vibing to the music. And then, all of a sudden, this bouncer comes behind me. And he's like, do you know this guy? And I was like, yeah, that's my cousin. And then he's like, well, he's going to have to go outside. He doesn't look good. I was like, no. He's okay. He's okay. And I'm here telling this guy, like, he's completely fine. So I'm like, look.
Just act normal.
Like, I'm like, you're okay. Just calm down a little bit. And he's like, okay, no problem. So he starts dancing and everything. Next thing you know, he almost fell into the bouncer's arms. I looked at him and I said, oh no. And then the bouncer came up to me. He's like, okay, you have to take him outside.
Yeah, and that was like, our cue to leave. Yeah. Okay, that I remember. Okay, yeah. That's when the
But this is where you were on. Yeah.
The coat is coming, okay? Yeah. So basically, they both go outside because he got kicked out, right?
Yeah.
That was the thing. But I was so drunk. I literally blacked out. Like, I don't know where they went. I don't know what time it was. I don't know. I didn't know anything. All I knew was the Brandon's friend, and I kept staying with him because that was the only person I knew. And then I saw he wasn't feeling well. Like, he was, like, not there. I was like, I remember, like, taking his face in my hands, and I'm like, are you okay? Are you okay? Like a baby, you know?
Yeah.
And he was not even answering me. He was gone. Like, his eyes were blank.
Oh my goodness.
So I was like, okay. I'm like, I'm gonna go get my coat, which I did not have. And we're gonna go outside. So I go to the coat check.
Yeah.
And this is so embarrassing. Oh my god. So I'm like...
She stayed there for a while, by the way.
Oh, I mean like 15, 20 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm telling the girl, I'm like, hey, like, can I have my coat? And I just start, like, creating, like, inventing a story. I'm like, I lost my number. You know those little number that they give you in exchange of your coat? I'm like, yeah, I lost this number, but I see my coat. I'm like, it's right there in the corner in the back, because it was the same coat I had that season. Mm-hmm. And the girl's like, no, I'm sorry, like, I really can't give you a coat if you don't have a number and stuff. And I'm like full on arguing with her. I'm like, no, I brought my coat earlier on, and this is my coat, I swear. And I was there arguing for a good 10 minutes, and the poor lady, she had to, like, give the other coats to other people, and she was, you know, trying
she's not
to,
having
like,
none of it. She was like,
not having it. And then Kim comes beside me.
But wait, there's a side story before I come.
Really?
So, yeah.
Oh, Brandon.
Yeah. So, I took Brandon outside, but before I left, I had told Emily and his friend that, like, we were gonna go outside and I would be back to come and get them. So, I go outside, and Brandon's, like, stumbling, and so, like, I tell him, well, not completely stumbling, but, like, he's losing his balance a little bit. So then, like, we get some air and stuff, and then afterwards, like, I asked the bouncer, I was like, do you think we could both go inside? I just need to go get some of my friends. And then they're like, only you can go, like, he can't go. And I was like, oh god. So now I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna lose this guy completely.
Yeah.
Foreshadowing. I did. Anyway, so then I tell him, I'm like, Bran, like, I look him straight in the eyes, and I'm like, Bran, please promise me you'll stay right here.
Yeah.
Promise me, please. He's like, I promise, I will. So I'm like, stand right here. And I put him in a spot, and I'm like, don't move. And then he's like, I won't move. And I'm like, okay, I'll be back in 2 minutes. And then he's like, I won't move. Okay. And I was like, okay, perfect. Stay right here. I felt like I was talking to a dog. I swear to God. Like, I was like, please don't move. I was literally begging him. Like, I had so much.
If we had a leash, we would have used it.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
It was that.
Like,
bad.
it was. But, like, I was looking at him with so much, like, I was just like, please don't leave. Like, I was so desperate. Like, I needed him to stay there. Like, he couldn't come inside with me. So I went inside, and then I was praying, like, literally praying that he would stay there. That he was going to stay there, yeah. I guess he didn't. So we go inside, and then I see Emily arguing with this lady at the coat check. And I'm like, this poor lady.
And Kim was like, Emily, she's like, you didn't bring a coat. I'm like, yes, I did. I brought a coat. Yeah. She's like, no, you didn't. So what I ended up doing, I'm like, okay. I'm like, I'm going to give you my phone number. And if tomorrow morning, this coat right there in the corner is still there, it's mine. The lady was so fed up with me. She's like, yeah, fine. Just give me your phone number. Yeah. So I gave her my phone number, and then we went out. Yeah. Oh, no, wait. We had to carry the friend all the way downstairs.
All the way down. Both his arms were on our shoulders.
He was so tall. He was so heavy. Tall. And we're like...
he was not even, like, helping us out. Like, he was putting all of his weight on both of our shoulders. So we were on each side of him, and he was putting so much weight. But the thing is, the bar that we went to, well, the club, sorry. You had the so many stairs. Are so steep to go out. But they're steep. When I say steep, like you fly down those stairs, you're gone.
You're done. That was scary.
Oh yeah, it was so scary. I was looking at those, like, all the way down. I was like, oh my God. But the worst part is there was, like, a bouncer just watching us, and I was like, are you kidding me? Like, he could have, like, helped us. Like, he full on saw us struggling, and like the thing is, the friend was full on, like, putting his weight, and like we had to carry him, but like we're smaller than him.
You were sober. You were tipsy.
I was tipsy. Yeah.
I was done, and he was gone. Yeah. Gone. Definitely. Brendan too. Oh yeah. So we get downstairs, and Brandon's not there.
Yeah, Brandon's not there.
Brandon is gone.
Gone.
Like, actually gone.
Like, gone. Nowhere to be seen. Like, we looked around, like, on the street, everything.
I wasn't looking.
I was looking.
I was with the guy.
You were holding the other guy.
I was still holding him.
So then we went. I don't know if you want to explain this story. Pizza place. Okay, you explain it.
Oh my God. I still see him.
Me was when I took the bite of my pizza. I was like, yum. And then I got up.
This was the best part of the night. I'm crying. We go to this pizza place.
It's right next to the club.
It's right next door. Like, I'm like, I really want a pizza. And when I'm drunk, I just spend money, okay? Like, just randomly. So I'm like, oh, you know what? Like, I'll just buy pizza for my friends. And Kim.
She bought a slice for everyone.
Yeah. So I get there, I buy a slice of pizza, and I think he gave it for free, or I lost my $20 bill, something like that.
I don't remember. No, because
I remember.
It was me and the friend sitting at a table.
I remember.
And then you went to go order.
I went to go order, and I remember that. I gave him $20. He gave me $5 back, and I gave it to him.
Oh, nice.
No. I'm poor. I needed that.
I know, but like that's such a nice gesture. But
I know,
still.
But it wasn't like
I get what you're saying. Yeah. But still,
so
nice gesture.
I bring back the pizza to the table, and like Kim is just there. I don't know what she's doing. The guy is his face. He's like laying on the table. Yeah, like his face with his
like he was laying in his arms.
Yeah,
and then she put the pizza right in front of him.
He wasn't eating it. I took his head again. I'm like, you gotta eat. Like, and then Kim starts eating her pizza. And then the guy, like, he just...
Because he was trying to balance his chair, but obviously this man is completely, like, he's way beyond drunk.
He fell backwards, sitting on the chair. Yeah. From the chair. He caused a whole scene in the
Everyone was
club.
Like, whoa, but like the sound was huge. Like it was a huge like bang.
Oh, he could have had a concussion.
He could have, but like thank God he did not fall in the way like where like it was dangerous. But...
Oh no. Someone was like, you have to call the ambulance, and Kim is there sitting and she's just eating her pizza.
No. Whoa, my God. She makes it sound so mean. What happened was he fell. I looked at him and he looked completely okay. So like he's just like drunk. So I took a bite because at this point I'm starving and I've been having to deal with the friend and my cousin who I still don't know where he wandered to.
Oh yeah, we're eating pizza. And we still don't know where he is.
Yeah.
But the way it looked, like the guy fell and I looked at Kim and she was just eating her pizza.
No, that's the thing. I took like 2 bites. Like I took 2 bites back to back and then I was going to go help him. And as I'm going to go help him, this guy comes up to me and
he's like, you need to call the ambulance.
Yeah.
Kim was like, no.
No. I said, yeah. But I didn't call no ambulance. Like the guy, like he's completely fine.
He's just gone.
Like, he's just drunk. Like, he's not drunk, like, at the point where it's, like, terrible. Because he was saying, like, he has to go to the hospital and everything that. No. But, like, we saw the guy, like, how much he was drinking. And
it was normal.
It was, like, a normal amount. It was not, like, he drank, like, a whole bottle to himself.
No,
like,
but for sure, he doesn't remember anything about it.
No, like, he was drunk. But, oh, my God. Like, that was so funny. And then... The worst part is, after he fell, he threw up on the floor.
I don't remember that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, we had to leave.
Yeah, and then we left. We picked him up. We left the vomit there and everything. We said, I'm sorry.
We gotta go.
We left. By the way, we also left the pizza there. I was so devastated. I wanted that pizza so badly.
Anyways, then Kim, because I don't
you
remember.
Were just holding on to the guy.
I was just taking care of the guy the entire time.
You were just holding on to him, and then all of a sudden, as soon as we got out, I finally get a call from Brandon. Because I was trying to call him before that, but he was never answering. So he finally called me back. So when he called me back, I'm like, where are you? And then he's like, oh, I'm here, this and that. There's people. And I'm like, okay, that doesn't help me. Okay. And then I'm like, that doesn't help me. So next thing you know, I hear thumbling. Like, and then the phone is gone. And I'm like, Bran. All of a sudden, bonjour, policier de Montréal. And I'm like, oh my God.
This is the police.
So I'm like, hello? And they're like, yes, this is the police of Montreal. Who is this man to you? And I'm like, this is my cousin. And then he's like, okay, well, he just passed out on the floor. And I'm like, yeah, I heard that. And then after he's like, so, right now, where are you? This and that, can you come pick him up? And I'm like, I have no idea where he is. Like, I have no idea. So then he's like, okay, well, we'll bring him to you. So I tell him where we are and everything. And he's like, okay, I'm going to put the sirens and everything so you know it's us. And I was like, well, no problem.
Sure.
So then they pull up in front. And then I'm like, okay, thank God. Like, he's finally here. Like, thank God for the police officer. Because I have no idea. Like, I wouldn't have been able. Like, we would have to walk around to find him.
But no. With that guy...
But apparently he was far because the police said they had to drive.
How did he get
I just don't know where he got there. But he was gone for a solid
30
minutes. Yeah. So he got pretty far.
I had time to argue with the lady, get the guy down, get the pizza, get him up the chair.
Anyways, and so now they open the door to the police car. And now this is, they're telling him to get out, but he's not getting out. So then they're like, look, you have to try and get him out. If he doesn't want to get out, he's going to come back to the police station. I was like, oh my goodness. So I'm telling him, I'm like, look, come, get out. We're going to go home. We're going to go back to the Airbnb. And then his phone falls. So I pick it up. I put it in my pocket. And he's like, somebody stole my phone. Who took my phone? And I was like, oh my goodness. I was like, I have it. And he's like, okay.
Where was I?
You were like right behind us. Like you were still on the sidewalk. I was on the street.
I don't remember that.
I know.
Like I can't even picture it. No. Nothing. Like.
Well, Brandon doesn't remember either. So
no one remembers except
nobody,
you.
Yeah. So then after I'm like begging him, I'm like, please get out. I'm explaining to him, I'm like, look, if you don't get out, like you're gonna go to the police station. I was like, I know you don't want to go there, so come on, just follow me. So I take him out, and then we start walking on the sidewalk. And then I tell the police officers, thank you so much, have a great night. They're like, no problem. So we start walking on the sidewalk, and then afterwards we're trying to get a taxi. But Bran, again, is trying to go God knows where. So I feel like a Portuguese old lady. I'm like holding on to like his jacket, and I'm like pulling him because like he's just wandering. And I'm like, okay, no, we have to go get a taxi. Like
Which he
was like a 5-year-old that I couldn't like control. Like I was like, okay, we need to leave. Like he was going.
We found one. We
finally found one.
That was a bad experience too. I don't remember.
We didn't even get driven
to the Airbnb.
No, we only got halfway there
because Brandon started throwing up everywhere.
Well, no, he was gagging.
Oh yeah,
and then afterwards, the taxi driver was like, "No, chef,
yeah.
Vous me pas dans mon taxi.
You're not gonna vomit here."
Yeah.
But he did. He vomited.
He vomited like because the taxi driver stopped. Like right in the middle of the street, opened the door. It got out of the car, opened his door, and let him vomit outside.
Yeah. And then after,
He's like, do you want me to just leave you here? And we're like, yeah. We're like, just
like, I'm saying yes, but I don't remember that part.
Yeah.
I remember walking to the Airbnb, but I don't remember like being in the taxi or anything. I remember we got to the Airbnb. We got to the Airbnb, and I had vomit on me.
Oh yeah.
And it wasn't mine.
Yeah. And you had it in your hair.
It was the guy, it was the friend's vomit because I kept holding him the entire time. Pretty sure he vomited on me. I had some on my forehead.
Oh
That's
that was
gross.
so funny.
It
was so hard by the time we got out.
Oh my god, I can't believe it. This is gross. Like how? Yeah, I was gone. I didn't feel anything.
Yeah, that's gross. Another thing is Emily almost started a fire. Literally,
I wanted ramen.
Ramen. The way you did it, it's just, you could, I don't understand.
I opened the stove, and instead of just like cooking the noodles, I put the plastic
No,
not
the plastic cup. There's like a kettle, but the kettle is made to put like on a plastic platter that's like plugged into the wall. But no, you put on the stove, and then you put the kettle that has like plastic underneath, and it started melting the plastic. And then next thing you know, the alarms are going off, and it's like past 3:00 in the morning.
I don't remember
that. God. I was like, if I didn't see that, there would have been an actual fire.
I don't remember that.
Like, but the worst part is she left it there. She did that, and then she left. And then I came from the bathroom, and I saw it because I smelled like smoke. And I was like, ew, what is that? So I checked, and I was like, no way. And it was like glued on. And I was like, oh my God. So I took it off. Next thing you know, the fire alarm's going off. So I turned it off.
That ended the night.
Oh my God.
The friend passed out on the couch. On the bed, it was me. Bran decided to come in the middle of the bed, in between us,
while we were sleeping. I kicked him off. I was like, Bran, get out. I was like, go on the couch. I was like, this is our bed. And then he's like, okay. So he gets out. He goes back onto the couch. But he comes back.
Upside down. Like, his feet are...
No, because I told him to go upside down.
Yeah, but Jesus, like, this is
I held his feet. Okay. I put a pillow over his feet so he wouldn't be able to kick us. So the entire night I had my arm over his feet so he wouldn't kick anybody. And the funniest part is when he woke up the next morning, he's like, I don't understand. I couldn't move my feet last night. And I was like, I know. That's because of me.
That's such a weird feeling. I couldn't move my feet.
He said that's the funniest part is he didn't remember nothing from the night before. So my entire morning consisted of me just explaining everybody their night.
But I had to go to work.
Oh my god,
morning. Yeah. I had to go to work I had to leave at 9. So I was awake at like 8.
Yeah.
And we had like 2 hours of sleep?
Yeah.
3. Had to go to work, and they called me on FaceTime later because I was a dance teacher, and then I was doing a receptionist after that. And when I was in the reception, they called me on FaceTime, and they were like explaining to me what happened.
Well, I was explaining to you everything.
Oh yeah. The guy was still knocked out.
Oh yeah. The worst part is with the guy is because our time like ended, like we had to leave like the Airbnb. So then like as we're leaving, he still passed out. So like I told like my cousin, I was like, look, like you have to like wake him up, you know. So then like he calls him an Uber and everything. Oh my god, I don't like. He made it home definitely, but like I'm sure he threw up.
We never saw him.
No, never saw him again
ever.
And neither the one that we lost.
Oh, he was a lost cause. He was just gone.
Oh my god.
Anyway, all that to say that till this day, I still learn new facts about that story because there's just so much that happened. That's crazy, honestly.
Yeah, that was so funny. One night. But it's like one of the funniest memories and the best memories
This is one of the best memories we have.
Yeah. Like it's so funny, but like it's just it's just funny.
It's gonna stay with us for the rest of our life.
Oh yeah,
for sure.
Also, like just in the story itself, like my cousin, it changed his experience with drinking all along.
Yeah, he
doesn't drink like that anymore.
Me neither. That was the last time, and that was the last time I went clubbing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I never went clubbing ever again after that because
oh my goodness, you're traumatized.
I was a little traumatized, yeah, but I don't know, it didn't feel good anymore.
Yeah.
But I don't know how long this podcast is gonna be.
Well, I hope you guys enjoyed our little stories. Yeah.
We have so many other stories like this that doesn't involve clubbing.
Yeah.
Like we have weird crazy experiences.
We've
just
experienced a lot together.
Oh, it's crazy.
A lot. Like all sorts. Like funny, sad.
Sometimes I think we're like sisters from another mother.
We really are. Well, we're soulmates. Yeah.
We're soulmates.
That's
so
what it
cute. Well, thank you for listening. If you got this far, this is really cool. We will definitely do more.
Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Like, we really had a great time. Yeah, this is so much fun.
This actually looks like a girls' night that we have usually.
Yeah, we
just sit down and we talk about memories or just different topics that we want to, talk about.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I don't know how to end this.
I know. How should we end this?
It's always like girls. I don't know.
All right. See you in another podcast.